Hi everybody, Eric here today. I've got a little something special for you. It's been a while since I've done an INFP video, so I thought that I'd get through this one today. Before I start, if you find this channel helpful to your personal guide towards psychology, please leave a like and comment below. It helps the channel grow a lot. Appreciate your time. I'm going to start off by saying INFPs are very peculiar creatures in that they are kind of the counterbalance to INFJs, and they don't make the best relationship partners for INFJs, but they make incredible um, close-knit connections because INFJs are incredibly particular about who they allow in their close circle. INFPs they fit the bill pretty well, I would say. See, the big thing about INFPs is that they are incredibly intellectually inclined individuals and they love intellectual engagements and stimulation, but they don't get a lot of that on their own. While they tend to dive into their own thoughts a lot and like to just kind of explore different, possibilities about mechanical thinkings. They don't have the same viewpoint as INFJs, so the best way I can say it is INFPs tend to look at the stars through a lens that separates each individual stars, and then they kind of paint their own picture. Where INFJs bring all the stars together and see multiple potential pictures that the stars make. So the intellectual counterbalance is very specific to the relationship relationship dynamics between an INFJ and an INFP. INFPs love the intellectual perspectives they get outside of themselves, and it kind of leads them to think about more. And like I just told you about all the stars being spread out, it kind of lets them think of things in new ways that they're not normally exposed to, which is one of the key traits that gives INFPs meaning, multiple meanings in their life. Because if you watched my last video about INFPs and relationships, one of the things you'll find is that INFPs crave intellectual and emotional engagements through intellectual conversation, because to an INFP, the way that they kind of see the world is directly impacted by their relationships with other people. So I guess if I could summarize this, INFJs, due to their emotional nature, tend to be very stimulating to an INFP when they engage in discussion, because everything is so meaningful to an INFJ that they talk about. Everything is so passionate and internally important. So that leads you to the question, does that mean INFJs are a good relationship pair for INFPs? Short answer to your question, yes, it does. However, INFPs are not a good relationship pair for INFJs, and in lies the problem. When you look at an INFP, you don't think the same way you would an INFJ would. Like, if they were to approach a situation, their thinking patterns are almost the same. The only difference is how the INFP mechanically constructs their values around a situation. So if you haven't already, I've made 2 different videos of an INFJ door slam and an INFP door slam. Go check them out. They're really informative, really helpful. If you compare and contrast the two, you'll kind of get what I'm trying to say here, and it'll make a lot more sense. So if you need to, pause the video, go check them out, come back, finish watching this. It'll make a lot of sense when you do. INFPs value emotional commitment and INFJs value emotional commitment, but here's the difference. An INFP is a lot more emotionally receptive to people's need for space and individuality, where an INFJ, while they value individuality, prefers oneness on an intellectual and emotional level, which an INFP simply cannot give back to an INFJ, at least at that level. Up to the depth in a relationship, INFPs just think in a mechanically constructive way, where an INFJ thinks in a very mechanically analytical way. And it can become a bit of a conflict of interest when you begin to break down an INFJ's emotional needs. Okay guys, so that's everything for today. I know it was a little bit of a shorter video, but I just kind of wanted to put something out there, something I don't normally do, and just let you know that INFPs, because I get a lot of messages, INFPs are like, hey, I'm crushing on this INFJ, I'm crushing on this INFJ. Yes, you're going to. But the INFJ almost every time tends to be a little bit standoffish with INFPs, because when you get into deeper relationship issues, the INFJ starts to notice the distinction. And it can be a bit of a struggle. So let me know if you want me to make more videos like this about this topic, and I'll see you guys next time.